To many, baking sourdough bread can be intimidating. San Francisco has a famous history with sourdough, so the pressure is on here because the bar for sourdough bread is perfection and perfection only. I've literally never baked a loaf of bread in my entire life, but today I'm working at Rise Up Bakery right here in my home base of San Francisco, California, to see if I have what it takes to bake the perfect sourdough bread. My job will be to see the entire dough and baking process from start to finish, and then hopefully deliver the bread around the city to fill customer orders. What could go wrong? I'll be training under the watchful eye of Z, the owner of Rise Up Bakery, which specializes in unique sourdough bread loaves.
Hi everybody, it's Ezekiel Anderson, aka Z. I am the owner and creator of Rise Up. Haley is here today to try to help us out, and hopefully she doesn't get fed to the wolves too much. But we're gonna have her out there making over 100-something loaves, and we have to bag it and tag it and get it all out. And we're also gonna be mixing hundreds of loaves as well. So we're already in the weeds. Wish us luck.
Good morning. I'm on my way to Rise Up Bakery. This is the secret life of bakers. You gotta get up way before anyone else does, way before dawn, and get started. First things first, the apron. I'm here, I'm ready to get started. I'm a fast learner. I can take direction. I think I can handle it.
All right, well you better bring your A game.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's get it. So we are starting, and one of the things is we are understaffed. By being a small business, we don't have enough people. There's always things that fall through the cracks. Are we clean? Are we dirty? Do things on the floor? Like, there's things sorted out.
So part of being a small business is you gotta do what you can, when you can, and while the coffee is going, it's time to clean up a little bit before we get started. We're gonna start getting the mix in. Start. Okay. Whew. I can do this. I can do this. Nope, I don't need help, Izzy. Just let me figure it out.
It'll make it easier for you.
But
Take two.
But it won't.
It'll be fine.
Okay, are you sure? No, I can. All right. No, I don't want to mess.
You're not gonna
things
mess it up.
All right, flour and water. This is the prototype of nutrients for thousands of years. I think I can put it down and get it started and actually do it now.
Are you ready?
Yep. First batch of flour and water is mixing. I have to do that 4 more times after this batch. We have a lot of bread to bake this morning. The next step is the most important piece to sourdough bread baking, adding the sourdough starter. This is the absolute heart and soul of sourdough baking. Simply put, a sourdough starter is a live fermented culture of fresh flour and water. The culture begins to ferment, cultivating the natural yeasts found in our environment. Then you add a portion to the bread dough to make it rise. There are rumors that the relentless fog here plays a role in the taste of sourdough, cultivating a type of wild bacteria that only exists in San Francisco. During the gold rush in 1849, gold miners loved sourdough bread for its unique, tangy flavor, not to mention its nutritional value, and it kept longer because of the yeasts. The dough has been mixed, and now what I'm gonna try to do here is I'm gonna pull out 17,000 grams of this and try and put it into this bin right here. So, oh man, I thought I was gonna be able to handle this.
Okay, so right there, you tore the dough.
And I'm not supposed to do that.
And if you just let it tear instead of like cutting it and keeping it together, we're defeating the purpose.
Okay, all right. This is challenging.
There you go. Now only 16,380 more grams to go.
I totally failed at that. I just did not do that very well. So Aziz's gonna take over and he's gonna show me how it's really done.
Cut down at the bottom. Cut all the way through. Get it to a more manageable size. Pick it up.
So Aziz has put me in charge of making 4 different styles of bread today. And he's got like instruction all over the place. We got the whiteboard here, and then he's got this packet here.
Now we stretch and fold every half an hour for the next 2 hours.
This right here is called the stretch and fold method, and it's actually very different from kneading. As you can see, this dough is really wet and sticky. The stretch and fold technique is arduous and timely, but this is what it takes to produce great bread. If it's done right, the bread will have that elastic, open hold look. All right, so we are a little behind schedule. So he's got me weighing the ingredients out for each of the custom loaves that we're making. So because this is obviously my first time doing this, I'm a little bit slow and I'm trying to pick up the pace here because again, we have deliveries to make. So we got the cheese and the jalapeno, Spanish paella, jalapeno bacon cheddar, and the everything. I'm really excited to see how these loaves turn out. I hope they're perfect. That's the goal, is perfection. So now we're going to incorporate the ingredients into the dough, and as he is saying that the sooner you can get the ingredients into the dough, the more the flavor will impart into the whole bread.
You want to get that jalapeno and shape it.
Okay.
Now go ahead, let all this fall off and pick it up, lift it high. Now fold it down on top of itself. Right there. This is only 6, we normally do 20 at a time.
Do your other assistant bakers do 20 at a time too?
Yeah.
They got the muscles for it. So this is where the real shock factor hits. This is ube. And if y'all don't know what ube is, it's indigenous to the Philippines and it's a purple yam that's made in a lot of desserts. So this is really special right here, this flavor. We've got 100 loaves we have to get out today. It is 5:50.
When you're making, prepping, and baking 100 loaves, you are moving non-stop while also having to multitask and measuring exact amounts for new batches. The most challenging part so far for me is understanding the science behind the measurements and making sure the dough is at the right sitting temperature.
So the next thing I gotta do is prepping all of the dough that has been fermenting for the last 2 days. I'm gonna prep them on these boards here and we're gonna get them in the oven and get cooking because we got deliveries to make this morning. So let's get it. This is really fast-paced stuff because you gotta make sure that everything is managed. You cannot let time slide here. All these loaves are made to order. There have been a lot of moving parts this morning. We're making 102 loaves to bake and deliver today, but we are also making and prepping dough for 100 loaves tomorrow. So we've got multiple batches going through the mixer and we really just started all over again. And now we're finally getting close to the actual baking part.
I slide them in, back 2 off, and then I slide forward, I slide the next 2 off.
All right, let's go check on how the loaves are doing in here. The bake's over. I don't want them to burn. They look like they're ready to take out.
We've worked on this bread now for like 3 days. If as you're crossing the finish line, you drop it, it's like, no, are you serious? Like, we mixed it, we shaped it, we stretched it, we folded it, we put it in the thing. 3 days later, we put it in the oven. And then you're like, oh.
All right, wait, but what about that 5-second rule?
No, can't. This is going to people's houses. It's one thing if you drop it at your house, you can do it how you want. I can't drop it and be like, oh, that's good, it's fine.
Oh, okay, it's not that bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All the way to the back. Yeah. Pull it right here is where we would stop and make sure
Okay, right.
that they're all good.
We cannot drop any of this bread.
Ready?
Are we good?
Right about here. Lift it up a little bit. And commit. My baby.
All right.
So you can see how much I care about you, how much I trust you.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It smells like super good. When they come out of the oven, even now.
Oh, it's hot, actually.
Yeah, it's very hot. When you pick it out, you go like this.
So as we baked the batches of sourdough, we pulled them out to let them cool for a while, and then we had to package them and package as fast as we could to get them out for delivery in time.
And when people go to pick it up, they can pick it up like this, they can pick it up like this, and they can carry it.
We've got all of the dough ready and packaged, and now we gotta load up. Yep, that's why I go to the gym. We are out on the last major step of our bread baking today. It is delivering to all of our customers. It is a cold and rainy day in San Francisco, so I'm sure that they are so excited to have some warm, freshly baked bread delivered right into their hands. Am I gonna be the runner?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Something that I didn't really realize is I'm huge, so picking up heavy things, moving heavy things, I don't even really think about it. And then all of a sudden, I like handed, 2 racks worth of loaves to somebody and they're like, "Ugh."
I think I can do the pallet.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I trained for this.
I know. Get you doing squats, deadlifts.
So we're out here in outer Richmond. We're about to deliver to the Butterfly Joint.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Hi. All right, we can actually bring on this striped table right here.
This I'm leaving to be cut up and given out to people. We need to test it first as a group. Yeah, that's ready to be way more better.
You wanna get it?
Hopeful.
Ooh, there's so many flavors in here.
Goodness.
Cheers, everyone.
It was great to meet you. So good to meet you.
See you next time. No interfering.
After nearly 2 hours of delivering 102 loaves of bread all over the city, we finally headed back to the bakery to finish cleaning. Our customers today seemed like they were so happy and excited to personally receive warm, freshly baked sourdough bread.
All right, so we're just getting back from doing all of our deliveries. We've accomplished everything that we were set out to do. I would give you a good thumbs up.
Yeah?
You didn't burn nothing, you didn't break nothing. All your fingers are still there, so we're all good. Thank you very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. It was really nice kicking it and teaching you. Being a small business owner, you had to, always shoot from the hip. And we always trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents. So we had some obstacles thrown at us today, and I thought you did really well with it. We went out, made our deliveries. It all got done the way it was supposed to get done. It was just a little hinkly-jinkly.
Well, I would really like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to see what your world is all about and to bake a loaf of bread for the very first time in my entire life. And I just wanted to let you know before we part here that my living motto for the last 6 years since I've been doing this whole thing is we rise by lifting others. I thought, we rise up together.
It means a lot to me. Rise has become synonymous with just overcoming and staying strong and resisting and just being your authentic self. So I definitely think that we rose together. So
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you, Z.
no problem.
That's a wrap.
All right.
Nice, we got it.
Thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to try Z's sourdough bread, check out riseupsourdough.com. Until next time, friends, take on the world.